What's up, y'all? It's me, Darya, and we are here for season 3 of the PPL. We're back. You know, I took a little break, was on a little bit of a hiatus. I haven't been doing draft since PPL season 2, actually. And I'm really excited to be back here. I did need to take a little bit of break. I had some stuff going on in my life. I just got moved into a new place. It's pretty fantastic, actually. I'm very happy with it. I also got promoted at my job. So, like, things are going pretty well for me right now. Lots of positive energy. And I want to keep that positive energy up for this season. And in order to do so, I'm going to go ahead and speak something into existence right now. I'm going to manifest. I am going to make the finals here in PPL Season 3. And I mean, you're gonna see in a second. My team's kind of nutty. I feel really happy with this team. I was the 10th pick out of 20, which in a snake draft usually isn't pretty good, but I feel like I managed to actually put together a pretty crazy team with where I was in the draft. And let's go over that. If you haven't noticed, based off of kind of like the layout and everything like that we're rocking with, we're going to be doing a bit of a tarot theme. That's to help us manifest that championship energy. And maybe this was a mistake. In hindsight, it probably was. But I'm going to start with myself, right? And I'm the fool. And the reason why I'm the fool is not because I'm foolish for thinking that I could make the finals or win a championship in this league. I'm the fool because I'm about to start off on this journey. And like, if you actually know about tarot, the fool isn't someone that's a stupid idiot who doesn't know what they're doing. Although sometimes I can kind of be a stupid idiot who doesn't know what they're doing, but sometimes I'm a brain genius. And more importantly, I am about to set off on this magical journey, and I have big aspirations and hopes, and that is the true embodiment of what the Fool represents in the major arcana of tarot. So let's talk about our team here. My first pick, and basically like what the Pokemon that's going to be leading us forward, is Ogerpon. Ogerpon is going to be our Terra captain. It can only Terra into grass, and honestly, we don't need it or want it to Terra into anything else anyways. Upon terrestrialization, this Pokemon gets a +1 speed, and that stays every time it comes back onto the field. It is not like a temporary boost. It is every time this Pokemon gets on the field after it's been terrestrialized, it gets +1 speed. It's a free choice scarf without being locked in. Like it's fantastic, and it can still hold an item. I can be like Life Orb and just have insane damage and speed and the freedom to click whatever I want. I can run all kinds of different things. Like this Pokemon has a lot of potential. It's going to be magical, and that's why this is the magician for our team. We also nicknamed it Doll because she's just a sweet girl who's going to destroy everybody. For my second pick, I took Zapdos. I really like drafting Zapdos. For those who haven't noticed, this is the High Priestess. Oh, she's the fucking queen of the skies. Are you kidding? Look at her. She's Bird Mother. It's Zapdos. Y'all know what Zapdos does. I don't need to get into that. I just thought that was a good, strong second pick for this team to go alongside Ogerpon. We are a little ice weak to start, but it's okay. That's why we drafted King Gambit, the Emperor, with our third pick. This is Daddy because look at that fucking mustache. If that doesn't say Daddy, I don't know what does. This Pokemon is a mon that I have not gotten to use yet, so I'm very excited to try this out. It's just very threatening offensive Pokemon. It gets Defiant, so I technically have 2 Defiant mons between this and the Ogerpon before it terrestrializes. You're not always going to run Defiant on this, but I can, and I do have the option to do that. And it can also just be a good like bulky Pokemon to like tank hits, and it gets obviously good priority in Sucker Punch. You can even set rocks if you wanted to. My fourth pick is Dunphan, the Wheel of Fortune. We nicknamed her Verse. That's because of how versatile she is. She can do so many different things. She's going to set rocks for us. She can remove hazards. She can knock items off. She gets good priority with Ice Shard, Stab, Earthquake. Pretty solid coverage. This is just a great Pokemon. I'm very, very excited on this team. I feel like it fits pretty well. And yeah, that's our 4th pick. My 5th pick, and this one was probably a bit of a reach, but I thought it was really important to my team that I made sure this didn't get sniped, so I drafted it maybe a little bit earlier than I needed to. But it's also a Terra Captain, and I do feel like in a draft format where you have multiple Terra Captains, you need to make sure you get those early on. Otherwise, you miss out. I think Colossal has a good ability that can be abused with Terrestrialization and Steam Engine. Obviously, Flame Body is another fantastic ability. But our Chariot here is going to be nicknamed Smoke Show, and she can also terrestrialize into Grass, Water, and Fairy. And more than anything, this is going to be like a defensive glue Pokemon. And I mean, let's be real, 9 times out of 10, I'm just going to terrestrialize the Ogerpon. But there are some matchups where bringing a defensive Terra Colossal can just hard shut down my opponent. So I think that you will definitely get to see this season, but more often than not, it's going to be the Ogerpon. Also, it can set hazards and remove. So this is a generation where I feel like hazard removal is really hard to come by. So having 2 Rapid Spinners is really good for this team. My 6th pick is the Devil, Pheasantipity. And I decided to go with the Devil on this one for a few different reasons. First of all, the horns. Like, come on, that's pretty devilish. Second of all, this Pokemon can be really annoying with Toxic Chain. And third, this thing can be an offensive demon that nobody preps for. I know people love to shit on this Pokemon being too passive, but like, it can Calm Mind, it can Sword Stance, it gets Technician. I've seen a Sword Stance Pheasantipity sweep people on multiple occasions. This is not a bad Pokemon, and I'm happy to have it on our team, and we decided to nickname it Femboid, which is a fantastic nickname. Come on. My 7th pick is Melodic. That's our Justice card. We nicknamed her Hypnotic, and she's just more of our defense. She's more a part of our defensive core, a good bulky water type. But it can also be an offensive threat with competitive. And if you notice what we have going on with this team right now, we have 2 Defiant Pokemon and a competitive Pokemon. So what's the plan? Well, it's pretty obvious, right? We draft Webs. That way we can punish Defog with our competitive and Defiant Mons. All sticky here is our Spidops, and was our 8th pick. That's our Hanged Man card, because it's a spider, and spiders like to hang around and stuff, I guess. Spidops is one of those Pokemon that people really, really like to talk down on, but I think it actually is not as bad as people think. It can set multiple different types of hazards and spikes and toxic spikes. Obviously, you can set up webs. But it also gets access to multiple forms of priority. Sorry, the word priority just escaped my brain for a moment. It gets multiple forms of priority. Like, this Pokemon is pretty strong. I do think that it is much better than people typically give it credit for, and especially on this team where I can punish defogging so severely. Having a sticky web option is just going to make my team a nightmare to prep for. My 9th pick, which was my 1-pointer, I took Mischievous, and this is the Empress, because look at her, look how pretty. Like, she's a fucking queen as far as I'm concerned. Her nickname's Ma'am, and for 1 point, this is fantastic value. With EVLite, she's pretty good bulk. There are definitely going to be matchups when we bring her, and she can do all kinds of good utility things. I don't want to get into it too much, but she definitely has some stuff that she can do, and is phenomenal value for 1 point. And last but certainly not least, my final pick of the draft, fucking Iron Bundle, my 10th pick. This had to be the Judgment card, because I am being extremely judgmental. the fact that nobody drafted this Pokemon. Getting with my last pick allowed me so much freedom and creativity for building the rest of my team. Especially once I took Ogerpon, because of the point value, I had a lot of points left over after taking Ogerpon first. I knew I was going to be able to sit on my last pick until the last round. And when I saw that nobody else was drafting Iron Bundle, I knew it was like the perfect fit for my team. And I'm going to be punishing people for it. I'm going to be punishing people so bad for letting me draft this Mountaih. And their nickname is Drone because, I mean, look, they're a robot. So obviously Drone, come on. I mean, y'all surely have caught the theme by now. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe my brain is just corrupt and whatever. I'm not going to get into it. Anyways, take a look. Here's my team all on the screen at once. You can bask in all of its glory. It's pretty fantastic looking. I got some cuties here. No doubt. No doubt got some cuties. Feel really good about this team. Like I said, championship or bust. Well, I said finals or bust. But ideally, we get to finals and then we win the championship. So we'll see if I'm able to pull it off. I hope y'all will join me for this magical adventure we're about to go on. That is season 3 of the PPL. And I'll catch y'all for week 1. We'll be playing JRicky. Bye.